Today, we're diving into a really beautiful story called The Rattrap by the Swedish author Selma Lagerlöf. It's set in the iron mines of Sweden, and it's kind of written like a fairy tale. But, it's actually this deep look into human nature and the idea that maybe, just maybe, the goodness inside a person can be awakened through a little bit of understanding and love. So the whole story is built around this one powerful, kind of cynical idea. Just listen to this. The whole world was nothing but a big rat trap. This whole philosophy comes from a man who has had such a tough go of it that he's convinced the entire world is just designed to trap us. It's a dark thought for sure, but it's absolutely key to understanding our main character. And this image here really captures his point perfectly. A rat trap offers bait, right? Cheese, a piece of meat. Well, in his mind, the world does the exact same thing. It offers us stuff we want, riches, joy, food, a place to stay. But according to our guy, the second you reach for that bait, snap. The trap closes and it's all over. So who is this guy with such a bleak worldview? Well, let's meet the peddler. He's the heart of our story. And funnily enough, he literally makes and sells rat traps for a living. So he sees his own product just everywhere he looks. His life is anything but easy. I mean, his rat trap business, it doesn't make any real money. So he has to resort to begging and even a bit of petty thievery just to get by. The story describes him as being dressed in rags, his cheeks are sunken in, and you can see the hunger in his eyes. When you think about it like that, it's really no surprise he believes the world is just this unkind place, a giant trap waiting for its next victim. Okay, so this is where the story really kicks into gear. Our peddler, who is expecting nothing but sour faces and doors slammed shut, suddenly runs into the complete opposite. And this one moment is going to put his entire philosophy to the test. One evening, he knocks on the door of this little cottage, and to his total shock, he's actually welcomed inside. There's this old, lonely crofter who's just happy to have some company. He gives the peddler a hot meal, shares his tobacco, and they even play a game of cards. I mean, this is a level of generosity the peddler has probably never seen in his life. And the old man, he isn't just generous with his hospitality, he's also generous with his trust. He proudly shows the peddler the money he's earned from selling his cow's milk. It's 30 kroner, and he keeps it in a little leather pouch that hangs right by the window. And there it is, the bait. For the peddler, this isn't just a bit of cash. It's like a real-world test of his whole philosophy. It's like the world has just dangled a big piece of cheese right in front of his face. And well, his cynical side takes over. So the very next morning, the peddler sneaks back, smashes the window, and steals the 30 kroner. But as he's running away through the forest, he gets completely, hopelessly lost. And it's right then that he has this terrifying realization. By taking the bait, he has walked straight into the world's rat trap. The forest closes in around him, becoming his own personal prison. Just when he's about to give up, ready to just lie down and die, he hears this thumping sound, a hammer. He stumbles towards it and finds himself at the Ramsjö Ironworks. And this is where his journey takes a really, really unexpected turn. The owner of the iron mill, who's a pretty important guy, an iron master, he spots this ragged stranger warming himself by the furnace, and in the dim, flickering light, he mistakes him for an old army buddy, a guy named Captain von Stahl. He's shocked to see his old friend looking so rough, and right then and there, he invites him to his home for Christmas. So you'd think he'd jump at the chance for a warm bed and a meal, right? But he refuses. So why? Well, think about it. He's terrified. He's got those stolen 30 kroner sitting in his pocket. To him, going to the Ironmaster's big manor house feels like willingly walking into a lion's den. He's positive the trap is about to spring shut on him. But the Ironmaster, he just won't take no for an answer. So he sends the one person he thinks can convince the captain, his daughter, Edla Wilmanson. And let me tell you, she represents a completely different kind of kindness. This slide really breaks down the crucial difference between the father and the daughter. If you look at their motives, the Iron Master is acting out of a sense of pride. He sees an old comrade, he wants to help. But Edla, she acts purely from compassion. She doesn't see a captain, she just sees a scared, suffering human being. And that leads to two totally different kinds of offers. His is charity with strings attached, but hers is pure, unconditional kindness. Edla can just tell he's afraid. She doesn't judge him. Instead, she just gives him this genuine promise. She tells him he'll be safe, and he can leave whenever he wants, no questions asked. It's this unconditional acceptance, this real compassion, that the peddler just can't resist. He finally agrees to go with her. So the peddler is at the manor house. But the next morning, on Christmas Eve, the truth is about to come out. And I mean really come out, into the bright light of day. This whole confrontation happens in 4 key steps. First, you've got the revelation. Once the peddler is all cleaned up and in proper clothes, the Ironmaster sees him clearly and realizes, uh-oh, this is not my friend. Then comes the accusation. He gets furious, threatens to call the sheriff. The peddler fires back with a passionate defense, throwing his whole rat-trap philosophy at the Ironmaster, warning him that he could get trapped one day too. But just as he's about to be kicked out, we get this crucial intervention from Edla. She steps in and insists that they made a promise of Christmas cheer to this person, and it doesn't matter who he is. They have to keep their word. And Edla's compassion wins the day. Because of her incredible act of grace, the peddler experiences something he hasn't known for years and years. A day of actual peace. He does nothing but eat and sleep. He feels quiet, and for once, he feels safe. On Christmas morning, all of this builds to the story's really powerful climax. We're starting to see that Edla's kindness might just be the key here. But the big question is, has it actually been enough to unlock the trap of his cynical mind? After they go to the Christmas service, the Ironmaster and Edla hear some news at the church. Turns out, an old crofter in the area was just robbed by a man selling rat traps. Their hearts sink. They rush home, totally convinced that their guest was a thief who has probably stolen all their silver and just vanished. But when they get there, they find the peddler is gone. But he hasn't taken a single thing. Instead, he left a small package behind for Edla. And when she opens it, she finds a little rat trap. And inside it, the crofter's 3 wrinkled 10-kroner bills. He also left a note, and his words show just how much he's changed. He basically says that without her kindness, he would have stayed a rat caught in the world's trap. But because Edla had treated him like a captain, she gave him the strength, the power to clear himself. And the signature, this signature is everything. He doesn't sign it as a poor, nameless peddler. He signs it Captain Von Stale. By treating him with dignity, as if he were an honorable man, Edla actually gave him the chance to become that honorable man. He lived up to the ideal she saw in him. And so the story leaves us with this really powerful question. The peddler saw the world as this big, unforgiving trap, because honestly, that's all life had ever shown him. But a single act of genuine, unconditional compassion from Edla was enough to totally change his perspective, and in the end, to change him. It makes you wonder, maybe the key to escaping the traps we all find ourselves in isn't about avoiding the bait, but about finding and sharing some real human kindness.